Welcome back to another episode of Twisted Tales, Fact or Fiction. I am your host, Mercy Desdemona, and I will be joined by my co-host, Dark Mage 4 Productions. If you are the weird kid grown weird adult and like all things horror, true crime, and weird, please consider following our pages in the description box below. Let's dig into this month's episode. The Cecil Hotel sure has its reputation for being one of the darkest, most sinister places in America. The amount of unfortunate murders and suicides that plague this once grand hotel make people wonder, is the Cecil Hotel cursed? Do the spirits of the unfortunate souls that lost their lives there still wander the halls? Some paranormal investigators say they do hear those that have been lost. Others say they get an uneasy feeling or the feeling of dread and heaviness as soon as they walk in the door, and most don't even complete their stay. Now, the Cecil Hotel wasn't always seen in a dark and dreary light. The hotel was built in December of 1924 in Los Angeles, California, with hopes to be a nice place for the business traveler and tourist to rest their weary heads. It was opened up as a budget hotel in hopes that it would be more affordable for the common man and thus pushing tourism. The hotel has 700 rooms and cost about $1.5 million to construct. The building has beautiful architectural designs and even at one point had stained glass windows. I'm not sure if it's still there. Things looked promising for this little budget motel until the Great Depression reared its angry head. The Great Depression caused the area where the Cecil stood to become a skid row. Homelessness and criminal activity started to spiral as the area declined. Unfortunately, this caused the dreams of the hotel creator to come to a halt. Today, the Cecil Hotel has rebranded itself as Stay on Main as an attempt to separate from the hotel's reputation. However, that's definitely not going to be an easy task, and to separate from it fully, it might take a few generations. It's currently used as low-income housing now. What exactly happened at the Cecil Hotel? The Cecil Hotel had 16 sudden or unexplained deaths that started it all. Who knows really how many souls have been claimed at this hotel? A long-term tenant of the Cecil once made a statement about how anything above the 6th floor was always dangerous. A longtime worker of the hotel said back in the 1980s there was a 911 call at least 3 times a day. The first victim of the Cecil Hotel was back in 1931. A man named W.K. Norton checked in under an alias and consumed poisonous pills. Unfortunately, after Mr. Norton, more deaths followed, even up to as recent as 2015. Some more unfortunate losses were on October 1954. Helen Gurney signed into the hotel under an alias, Margaret Brown, and she was staying on the 7th floor. Remember what the long-term tenant said? And she fell from the building. In February 1962, Julia Moore jumped from her 9th floor window. On October of the same year, Pauline Auden jumped from her 9th floor window after the argument with her husband, landing on a pedestrian and killing him as well. Police thought they jumped together at first. However, upon investigation, they found out that wasn't so. December 1975, an unknown woman jumped from the 20th floor. In 2013, Alyssa Lamb was found in the water supply tank of the hotel, and in 2015, an unidentified man fell from the building. It is even known to be the home at one point to the Night Stalker, where he would walk around in his bloodied clothes. Who knows of how many undocumented crimes have been and are still committed at this location today? I would hope over time, whatever darkness is harnessing over this historical building will one day be gone so the new modern owners can have a successful place without the fear of the past issues, and may whatever souls lost to the hotel be resting in peace. In closing, many people think the land of the Cecil is haunted or a portal to the dark and the sinister. Others believe it's the gathering place for witches and warlocks to sacrifice to demons. I can't say if it's ghosts, witches, or demons, or anything such as that. It could just be that after the Depression, the area itself stayed in decline and crime rose. Nonetheless, whether there is something paranormal or normal going around, the Cecil Hotel is definitely a landmark that has some skeletons in its closet. Take it away, Nick.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Twisted Tales Fact or Fiction. My name is Nick, or Mage, whichever you prefer, doesn't matter to me. But today we are going to be talking about the Bell Witch Hunting. So the Bell Witch Hunting is a well-known legend of paranormal activity that originated in rural Tennessee, United States of America, during the early 19th century. The story centers around the Bell family, primarily John Bell and his family, and no, not the guy who was the first person to make a long-distance call in 1892. That was Alexander Graham Bell. John Bell claimed to have experienced a series of disturbing and supernatural events between 1817 and 1821. Disturbances are said to have begun with strange knocking sounds and unexplained noises in the Bell family's home. The activity escalated to physical attacks on family members, including scratching, pinching, and hair pulling. The entities responsible for these events was believed to be the Bell Witch, often described as a malevolent spirit or supernatural force. As the haunting continued, it gained local notoriety, drawing the attention of curious neighbors and outsiders. Reports of the events spread, and even prominent figures from the time, including General Andrew Jackson, visited the Bell home to witness the phenomena. The Bell Witch's activities reportedly took a toll on John Bell's health, eventually leading to his death in 1820 under mysterious circumstances. The entity is said to have been taken credit for his demise, claiming responsibility for poisoning him. Over the years, the Bell Witch haunting has become a more prominent part of American folklore. It has been the subject of numerous books, articles, and adaptations, including movies and documentaries. Skeptics argue that the events could have been exaggerated or fabricated, while believers maintain that the haunting was a genuine paranormal occurrence. And in conclusion, the Bell Witch haunting is a captivating tale of supernatural phenomena and unexplained events that took place in rural Tennessee during the early 19th century. Whether considered a factual account or a product of legend, it continues to intrigue and captivate those interested in the paranormal and unexplained. They also say that if you take a rock from the cave around the area, that you will have bad luck. The owners often see people come back throwing what they took back in the cave. That is it for my portion of Twisted Tales Fact or Fiction. The reason why I chose this is because it's super intriguing, and seeing everybody make videos about the cave and about the house. And the cave is the most important part of it because it was said that the witch was actually living in that cave. I know I didn't really say that in my initial reading. There are a lot of occurrences, and some people have definitely taken rocks or whatever from this place, and just like Annabelle or other, like Peggy or Robert the Doll, and if you do anything that could cause an issue with it, then I mean, obviously you're gonna have probably a very bad time. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next Twisted Tales Fact or Fiction. Bye, everybody.